Man, there's a lot of stuff they used to do.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Take 3.
This is, it's not funny. It's honestly very frustrating. We're having some technical difficulties today. I don't know what is going on. But this is our third time trying to film this. So that's just always a good time. But we're talking about old medicine today. You know, things that they would do back in the day to heal the sick, things like that. If you know what I'm saying, some of these things are pretty bizarre.
Yeah, it's
pretty wild that they would actually do this to human beings.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, just terrible. But it's fun to talk about 3,000 years later.
Yeah, because we don't know any of the guys that got absolutely obliterated.
Because I mean, obviously they're gone.
Yeah, they've been in the ground for a while.
Not just kind of gone. They probably weren't even buried 6 feet under.
They're just thrown into a pit.
Yeah, wonder why they do that. Why 6 feet?
There's a specific reason.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a law. I'm sure it's a law.
I don't know if it's a law or like religion type thing.
It might, because I know like I've been to like Louisiana, like coastal states, they bury you above the ground.
Really?
If it floods, they don't want you to float away.
Oh,
I don't know.
I saw a movie about that.
Yeah, like in New Orleans, they bury you above the ground.
Yeah,
which doesn't make sense. Again, doesn't make sense to me. You felt like you'd be better from getting like being floated away than being 6 feet underground than on top of the ground.
Well, I saw like this movie where there's a flood.
Yeah.
And this guy, he was like a paramedic, and he was looking through all the rubbish, and his like, he saw his family that was in coffins. Like he found them, and it was like, he like kind of went crazy. So I mean, I would want to find my family.
Yeah. I don't even. Which this is not our topic at all. It just like hit. I was like, why did they do that? I don't know. But they. I mean, why not deeper? Why not up further?
Why not 30 feet under?
I mean, you're in a cactus.
You're
in a casket, so it's not like I don't know. It's an interesting thought. Anyway, getting to today's topic, old medicine. We'll see if we can do this without my something screwing up. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know.
We're gonna be like an hour in.
We're gonna be like, I'm just gonna look down and be like, oh, I froze 40 minutes ago. That wouldn't be funny at all. I would honestly probably put my fist through my screen. This stuff is so frustrating.
Camera at that point.
If you've ever done anything with podcasting, you know how difficult it is.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he's not doing it, bro.
No, it's Jamie.
Yeah, it's Jamie. Jamie's carrying. We needed Zane. We need a Zane.
Yeah, where is Zane?
I don't know.
Zane.
I should have asked him to come this morning.
Yeah.
I'm sure he could have. I didn't even think about that.
Probably disc golfing with Benjamin and Ethan.
I don't think he is. I think it's just Ben and Ethan.
Oh.
Gosh, dude, that would have been really smart if I would have asked Zane to come.
We need to put like a light in the sky like Batman.
Yeah.
Have Zane
come on, come Zane.
Just to picture Zane's face in the sky.
Yeah. Just do that anyway. All right. So on our the second time we tried to do this, we actually talked about something.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know what it's called. It's like I'm pretty sure it starts with a TR. It's like tre something like tre.
Probably.
But it's a very brutal surgery. What I read about is like it was the first form of surgery that they ever did.
Yeah.
I mean,
like I don't know what part of the world started it.
I bet European people.
Think European?
I don't know.
Because it said like I think it was like BC.
I want to say India.
Maybe
India's on here, and they do mostly.
India did.
They found out like about surgeries and stuff like that through like punishments.
Wow. Which I would say this is a punishment.
Yeah.
They drill in your skull.
Yeah.
They would, if you were being bad or something, they would drill in your skull. They would just drill holes. And if you're like a double offender or something, they just drill another one.
Just like until your whole.
Yeah, until you just have.
The top's gone.
Until your head is just very not wind resistant.
Man, that'd be awful.
Imagine like you have so many, like it's a windy day, you hear him coming, it's whistling through your head. He's like, here he comes.
That sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah. It's disgusting, honestly. Because, I mean, you would just have open holes. Back then, they didn't have any sort of bandages or anything.
They used vinegar for infection control.
Oh. God.
Vinegar?
Yeah. And unfortunately, for patients, there was no anesthesia. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Anesthesia, I feel like, is decently new.
To ease the slicing of the scalp and bone. The word slicing and scalp just sounded awful.
And bone, too.
Ugh.
I mean, they didn't, it's not like they had like a drill bit. How would they drill it? They would just chip it away?
Looks like a hammer.
They had like one. The people who made it had the hammer, and then like the Europeans had the little
Yeah.
the drill thing.
No.
I don't know how they lived. I mean, because I saw that most of them lived.
I would,
And whoever
I would want to
said-
die if I was
Dude,
going through that
whoever
process.
says they're tough today, you're not.
You're not tough.
If
You
lived
you
through
don't
that,
you don't compare to these people that would drill holes in each other's
These
head.
probably 8-year-old children that like just stole a slice of bread.
Don't-
That is, send her to the doctor. That is unbelievable that they did that. I mean,
all this for a slice of bread.
all this.
Aladdin quote.
Dude,
Good
you're
movie.
Is that an Aladdin quote? I thought you were
Yeah.
making a.
what was it? What'd you say?
Infinity
All this for
War.
a slice of bread.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I don't
Getting off
remember.
topic now.
I don't remember that at all in Aladdin.
I do.
Good movie though. Good movie.
The live action.
I like the live action more.
Me too.
honestly.
Oh yeah, dude, this is great.
It's weird for me because I didn't grow up watching Aladdin. I didn't grow up watching a lot of those movies.
I did because
I
it was,
did too.
it was on my. I was always at my grandma's and she had the was it VHS tapes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I had.
Yeah.
We had it. I just didn't watch it. I didn't get into that stuff till I was older. Weirdly enough, you know,
Well, we didn't see Aladdin live action until
Yeah.
we were 16.
we saw Aladdin
Oh, my
live
God.
action with a bunch of, under 5-year-old girls.
Yeah,
I would
well,
say.
they were already at the theater. We didn't go with
Yeah,
them.
no. Okay, yeah.
You made it sound
Don't
weird.
don't misunderstand us here when we're saying
It's not what it looks like.
we were just like, let's go see a movie, and we went to Aladdin, and we were. I just say, we were the minority
Yeah.
in that theater.
All the fathers were definitely just like, what?
All
are
the
you
fathers were either out in the car waiting, or they were
eyeing
like,
us? They were eyeing us.
they were judging us. They were like,
Yeah.
these guys are sick. Is what these guys are. Good movie though.
Yeah,
Very good movie.
Again, off topic.
Yeah. Let's just talk about Aladdin for 2 minutes.
Back to Sartre. Ray.
Yeah, back to weird things they would do. I saw one, and you probably have it on your screen. I heard about this on a podcast. It's crazy that they did this. Bloodletting.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. They were like, you're sick, let's just let some blood out.
Yeah.
They would just cut you and let blood out.
Because they didn't know at the
Jeez.
time like blood pumped through your whole body.
Yeah.
Like it was from your heart. So they thought like, oh, right here, it's its own blood just floating around.
I mean, what kind of logic is that? It's like, you have too much.
so
Wait.
Just a water
you're
balloon.
sick. You're sick. Slice. I mean, they didn't just like poke you. They went slice open.
I heard that they would usually cut in the back, I think. They would cut
Oh,
your
really?
back open,
Oh.
and you'd just be like, all right, let her have it. And you just sit there, and they'd slice your back, and you just bleed.
Another thing,
Oh, I feel better.
Thanks, Doc.
they used to also put like 100 leeches on you.
Oh.
People still do that though for like blood clots and all
Oh,
that. But they used to put like a whole bunch. Like, oh, you're sick. Let's just have these bugs go
Douse
at it.
you
Yeah.
with.
Let's share your nutrients with these.
Yeah.
That is disgusting. You know what? Another thing about bloodletting, I heard this on a podcast. Do you know why barbers have the red and white pole?
I saw that.
Yeah.
I read that.
Okay, so you're gonna learn today,
You're
Kate.
gonna learn today.
So if
Looking
people
forward
couldn't
to it.
afford doctors back in the day, they'd go to the barber. The barber would do it all. And the red and white pole, why they have the red on that pole, it symbolizes blood. Because they'd go to the barber and they'd bloodlet, so there's blood everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, oh, a good way to, symbolize barbers is blood.
Yeah.
So red and white pole out there, it means blood. So pretty interesting.
And like
Isn't there like blue on them, like some of them too?
I'm probably, yeah.
it
They've
says
got-
right here,
Probably like veins.
the
maybe.
barber / surgeon, a craftsman, not only cut hair but also pulled teeth, performed amputations, bloodlet, and set broken bones.
Wow. Jack of all trades.
Yeah.
And he probably wasn't good at any of
No,
it. Except cutting
maybe
hair.
cutting hair.
Yeah. The rusty scissors.
I feel like they were meant to be just barbers for cutting hair, and
Yeah.
that one guy said, "I need you to cut off
Yeah.
my arm right now," and he's like, "What?"
I imagine it's like the barber in Red Dead that's like in the back of the saloon,
Oh yeah.
And he's just like, he's just in a saloon.
Oh,
is
you
where
want me
he
to
works.
pull your teeth? Too?
And he's like, hey man, I need to pull my teeth out. And he like walks over and he just wrench it out of
without
there.
any
My-
gloves or anything.
Yeah. Oh, I
Dirty
talked about the
hands.
gloves on this
Yeah.
podcast about how when my dad was a kid and he went to the dentist, they
Oh,
they
yeah.
didn't wear
I
gloves.
remember
They
watching
just
that.
started doing that.
Ugh. Could you imagine?
No,
My orthodontist, whenever I had braces, had the biggest fingers. I'm telling you,
Man, I
fingers.
think you should, if you want to go to like med school for, is that med school for dentists?
I
and
think-
I think
orthodontists?
there's an orthodontist school.
Okay, let's just say that. And I feel like you should have a. If your
You gotta have
fingers are
nice
too big,
hands. Yeah.
you can't do it right.
I'm telling you, this guy
I
wasn't.
couldn't do it.
He wasn't tall either. Well, there's a. Got a text. My bad. Anyway,
God.
he wasn't a tall guy either. He was like, he was short. He's like 5'5" maybe.
That's
On top of that, he didn't wear a mask whenever he would work on you. And I mean, if I was a dentist or an orthodontist, I would have like 2 masks on.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Breath is disgusting.
I went to the dentist yesterday morning,
Yeah.
and the lady was checking up on my teeth, and after she like cleaned them and stuff, she's like, "All right, I'm gonna have the doctor come in for you." He like goes, so my head's like that, and
Yeah.
his head comes over me. He's like not wearing a mask,
Oh.
so like, all I see
Oh.
is just this old man. I was like,
Dude, I
so
I don't go to the
horrified.
dentist.
I couldn't be a dentist because there's always those people that come in that don't floss, I don't floss a lot, but
Yeah.
like that don't brush their teeth and like they're yellow. Ugh.
Dude, my mouth is just messed up, bro. Like,
Really?
I'm gonna need my wisdom teeth taken out, and I still have that hole in my tooth from football.
Oh yeah.
Whenever I got kicked in the face.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had a hole in my tooth just the other day, and I had to fill that.
I was
It's
supposed
a
to.
huge hole.
I was supposed to get my wisdom teeth taken out 3 years ago now.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to get it like this week, but crap, lost my train of thought. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Before I go to basic, I can't have any open wounds, and it takes like
Oh.
3 or 4 weeks to heal, and
That's why
I
you
go in
can't
like
get
a
a
week and a
tattoo,
half.
yeah.
Mhm.
On top of that, I know we're again off topic, but you fell
Again.
off a ladder yesterday.
I did. I fell off a ladder hard.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh
It
my
was on the group
gosh.
chat.
Yeah, we
What
talked
is-
about it
I thought
yesterday.
you were talking about it like happening like beforehand. I didn't know it happened
No,
again.
I did it before too.
I know that.
I caught it on video the first time.
Did you really?
Yeah, I couldn't get it though. It was
I
on
was gonna say you might need to send me
Oh, I
that.
thought it was in that blind spot.
Yeah, like you heard it. You
Oh,
heard it.
yeah.
Sorry, you heard me go ah, and I bounced. I was like, ah.
I mean, I don't even remember what me and Case were talking about.
Oh, I just like
We were like talking about playing Red Dead or something. And you were like, I fell off a ladder. And we were like, what?
Okay, so yesterday, I mean, I was on an extension ladder painting the top of my house. My house is tall. That's all I can say.
A big house.
Yeah, and you know how like extension ladders, the walls right here, the walls right here, and you're supposed to be like this. Well, the ladder was like right here.
Wow.
So I mean, I don't know what I was doing. I was climbing up, and I just like kind of leaned back, and I mean, it just started going. I was just like, oh, I kind of threw myself off, and I landed right on my shoulder.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, I was just laying there, and I got back up, and I was like, that hurt so bad, but I just got right back up and I put it back, and I started painting, and my
Wow.
mom got home and said, your shoulders look uneven. And I was like, what? I looked at the batter, my shoulders like this. I was like, that's why it's sore. I put it against the wall, and it went, pop! And I
Oh
was like-
my
I was like,
gosh.
oh! And I just started, I went back to work because my
You're like, I
dad,
gotta go paint.
you gotta go paint.
Yeah,
It's
you-
If that was
important.
back in the day, you'd probably be hired as a doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, you know how to fix dislocations?
You can paint a house and fix dislocations, doctor.
Doctor.
Take my teeth.
Yeah. You
And
Clark,
cut my arm off.
you
I was-
Clark Griswold it. You ever seen Christmas Vacation
Yeah.
when he's putting up the lights and he falls back on the tree? Yeah, that's what I thought of because
Good movie.
it's a good movie. I love that movie.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, but yeah, it was
that is crazy.
like paint. You get there's a. I had to paint a little small little bucket, and there's like a little patch in grass where just all the paint fell out.
It's
Just
definitely.
all the- you
Yeah.
fell in the paint.
Oh,
No,
dude.
I did. I was and I like threw
Speaking
it down.
of killing grass, the other day I was spraying my yard, and you know, spray kills grass. Obviously, it kills grass and weeds. And we have it on our 4-wheeler. And my mom was helping me, and we were in the backyard. We were spraying our electric fence or whatever. And I was walking over to the electric fence, and she was backing up the 4-wheeler and ran over the hose. And the hose popped off, and this Roundup just goes everywhere. My entire backyard is brown. Like my backyard looks like it's fall.
Roundup is
Skated.
Yeah.
It
Skated the backyard.
Oh,
Like my dad
gosh.
makes me wear like gloves when I have Roundup.
Oh, yeah,
Like, it's bad.
I should probably wear. I wear like a cutoff and shorts. I'm just like.
Oh,
whatever.
it's when I paint. I have no clothes on.
Yeah. It's so hot.
Oh
I mean,
my
it is
gosh.
so hot right now in Oklahoma. I don't think people understand unless you like live in Oklahoma or Texas.
It's like mid 90s, but the humidity.
It's the humidity.
It's
is the worst.
100.
Like I would rather live in like Arizona where it's like 110 dry heat
Oh yeah.
because you don't even sweat.
Yeah.
Like I was at the the Hoover Dam. I was at the Hoover Dam a few years ago. It was 120 degrees, but you didn't sweat. It was just like you're getting blown in the face by a hairdryer.
Yeah.
It was such a dry heat that you don't sweat.
Well, I started working out like in the evenings.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Jensen's, my neighbor's gym, it just cooks because it just can't, it has
Yeah.
no air condition. I
Oh,
mean, it's
wow.
probably 110. Like when I walk inside, I immediately start sweating.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
I actually like working out in the heat.
I feel good because I feel like
Burn
I
calories
did
doing
something. Yeah.
And you ever been Man, we're soft. I don't care.
Oh my gosh,
But,
we're talking.
you ever go like in a hot car that doesn't have AC?
Yeah.
And it's like 95 degrees outside, but you get out, you feel like it's Antarctica.
Oh, yeah.
You get out, and you're like, oh.
That's what I do all the time when I'm done painting. I'll walk inside. I'm like, it's cold in
Oh,
this
it's great.
house.
Like you go inside after you mow or something,
Yeah.
and you're like,
I'm shivering.
yeah, you're like, man, I feel blue. Kinda.
No, after just a hard day at work at the bathhouse, dude, my
Yeah.
car's just cooking.
Oh
so
my
as soon as
gosh.
we're done, we go in our cars, dude. It's like an
Yeah.
oven in there.
I already know,
We
dude.
leave our Gunner leaves his windows down, which is smart.
Which is smart.
yeah. So I started like keeping my windows.
I should have done that when
down
I
a
got
little
here
bit.
today. My truck's windows are up. My truck's gonna be hot when I get in it. Dude.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, back to
Back to
topic.
surgeries.
Back to crazy medicine back in the day. Do you guys have any other ones?
Let's see here.
We talked about bloodletting, which I've heard about. I think that's pretty common to hear about. And then the other one, I can't think of the name. I'll pop up the name earlier in the episode whenever we're trying to figure it out. Because I feel like you guys should get all the
Yeah.
information. Unless you're listening. Heyo.
Hey, Spotify maybe.
Spotify, Apple Podcast. This is hopefully going to be the first one on there.
And they're gonna have no idea what's going on.
No. But I feel like that's the problem with a lot of podcasts. But I've been listening to some, and I was like, dude, it's gonna suck because when you're watching, you like get to see everything. But then
Yeah.
when you're watching or listening, you're like, oh, I mean, you feel like you're not missing out on a whole lot.
I need to stop telling stories where I use my hands so much.
Yeah. Well, you guys could just imagine
Yeah.
if you're listening on Apple Podcast or Spotify. Spotify's kind of like Apple Podcast is easy. Spotify's a little bit more difficult, but I'm pretty sure I can get those uploaded on there, so you can listen to it in your car or trying to go to sleep or something like that. I don't know.
I found something. Well,
All right.
I remember something. I'm so bad at this.
Yeah.
But they did. I was watching this video a couple weeks ago, and they did this thing for people that were like schizophrenic or something,
Mhm.
and they would get a long nail, a small nail, and this sucks. It involves eyes. They get it under your eyelid, and they use a hammer, and it goes into your brain, and they move it to disconnect some of the brain to get rid of like your anxiety and schizophrenia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they
Wow.
do that.
So it's like a long, skinny nail. Is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
and they
Okay.
would hit it with a hammer under your eyelid to get to your brain.
And they still do this, huh?
I don't know if they still do.
I pray
They
to God they don't.
they
do
haven't-
that.
they did something. They do something else.
What is schizophrenia?
schizophrenia?
It's like you're insane or something.
I couldn't tell you.
I'm not even gonna look it up. I don't care. It's just like I hope I don't have that. It's the reason I was wondering because I don't want to get that procedure.
You have Tourette's, my guy.
I do have. Actually, I have a family like it's hereditary. Is that what that hereditary
Yeah, I
trait?
think so.
Tread.
Yeah, I
I think I
few of
have-
us that have Tourette's in my family.
I think I'm dyslexia.
Look, there's a
I-
rock.
Oh, I for sure have.
I
dyslexia.
realized I was reading through like facts about dyslexia because I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about it
Yeah.
on the Nateland podcast.
Yeah, good
And
podcast.
I was like, this is checking all the
Yeah,
boxes. for
whenever
me.
he was talking
I was
about
like-
everything, I was like, I have all of these.
I was like, this might be me.
Yeah, I definitely have a little bit of dyslexia. Mine's not bad though. I can
No.
read well.
Mine, I guarantee I used to have it bad because I was so dumb as a kid.
Yeah, same.
I mean, dumb. Like,
Dumb.
needed help because I
Yeah.
was so dumb.
Yeah.
Mom was gonna get mad at me because she's like, "You're not dumb." I was dumb. I
Right.
was for sure.
Like, I actually, when I was a kid, I used to write books, so I might not be dyslexic. Can't
Just a
even say.
nerd.
I might.
I enjoyed writing stories whenever I was a kid. I was a strange
No.
kid. My parents and grandparents like to. They don't tell me I was weird, but they like to remember whenever you used to wear capes and like. They're like, yeah, I remember that.
I just wore sunglasses like every day, like
But
outside.
you still gotta do that.
Well, inside though.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you were like,
I never took.
you
my
were like
sunglasses.
that guy.
Yeah, I was like, cool. I would roll up my sleeves. I had that buzz cut. Thought I was the
Look like a
Grease
criminal.
lightning.
thought I was the best at freaking kickball.
Oh my gosh.
We were all good at kickball.
No, I was a jerk.
Yeah,
man. Or at least I gave off those vibes of the jerk.
Yeah, you just were like,
I
Yeah.
definitely, when I was a little
Sunglasses
kid,
on.
I definitely had a reading disability.
uh,
It.
I've always been bad at math.
Oh, I had
I'm
a,
still bad.
I think I just had a straight up learning disability up until like 6th grade.
Yeah, you just like snapped out of it.
You kind of
You're
helped
like,
me.
wow, I can read again.
You helped me in algebra by a long shot.
Me?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I
I
looked on
cheated in
your paper.
algebra.
Oh, that actually makes me feel kind of smart because I am not good at math.
I mean, it's not like I got any good grades, but I
Yeah,
actually
you
got the
probably
answers.
you probably would get like an 80 at most. If I get a B in anything, my parents were thrilled.
Oh, I don't know how our algebra teacher did not wasn't
Honest- yeah.
suspicious of me because
Yeah,
get hundreds on everything.
it's
and
like you are the greatest
and
student.
then the test comes around, and I feel like she looks at it and like, what? And then just hands it back. Oh,
You
that's
know
a
what's funny?
C- or a D.
When I tell you I didn't pass a single test in high school,
Oh my god.
I don't think I passed. The best I would ever do on a test, and I mean, obviously, I passed a few. The majority of my tests, I failed. I'm not kidding.
oh,
I mean, it was like I'd get the test, I'd get the grade back, and be like a 59. I'd be like, oh, another day, another dollar. You know, like
yeah.
what's new? Like, I mean, I wouldn't show my parents. I mean, I'm not gonna be like, I failed the test today. But yeah, I would
And
just
they're
kind
I
of.
got a higher
They're
50
always
this
suspicious.
time.
So I'll tell them I get a B, and they're like, "Oh, what happened to your last week's test?" I don't know. No,
Yeah.
they didn't show me it.
Until my mom was a teacher, she couldn't look at my grades online, which was awesome because they never knew if I was struggling. Like, she could have, but she was like, you need to go get the password from the office so I can look at your grades and be like, all right, I'll do that today. Never did it. But I would be like, look, I failed this test, but I promise you by the end of the semester I'll have a B.
I'll be like,
Like, I
I'd
could
fail-
always manage.
I'll be like, I wasn't the only one that failed this test. Like Trevor, Tad, Gunner. I'll just throw
I'd say
every-
the same thing.
Yeah, I did
Like,
too.
everyone
I did
struggled.
too.
I'd be like, everybody else failed it. So
Everyone struggled. Okay, mom.
Usually,
Yeah.
you know who I'd
It's
throw
not the
under?
test, it's the teacher.
I would usually throw under if Trent didn't do good on it, because Trent's very smart.
Oh yeah.
And I had Trent in chemistry. If Trent didn't do good on it, I'd be like, look, this test was ridiculous, Mom. Trent didn't even pass it. Which was very rare. I don't think Trent actually ever failed.
I'd
a
say the
test.
same thing with Case.
Case,
It was me, Case, and Kate. And Kate. I mean, Case is like ridiculously smart.
He's like a genius. Like,
Yeah.
not even joking.
Yeah.
He
He's
could,
like,
yeah, he could. Be
I
the-
bet if he did I bet he is like a certified.
He's
genius.
just a
he
dummy.
just hangs
Yeah.
out
There's
with
a
us.
difference. He's a genius that's a dummy. I'm
Lazy.
looking at
He's
you,
like-
Case.
Yeah,
We're looking at you too, Camden.
Camden.
dude,
No
Camden.
common sense.
What was the deal? We're trying to get Camden on this podcast. Like,
3
Oh my
times
gosh.
in the last like 6
so
hours.
last night we were at rehearsals and I was like, "Hey, we have 4 mics. You want to come on the podcast?" And he's like, "Yes, I want to." So I was like, "Okay, cool." And like just roller coaster talking about it.
I don't have a car. I can't.
He was like, "I don't have a car." He's like, "I'll see you guys there." And he'd be like, "I don't think I'm gonna come." Then like a few minutes later, be like, "So where you guys want to meet?"
Where we meet?
Be like, "What?" And you finally were like, "Oh my gosh, Camden,
Are
are
you-
you on or not?" And he was like, "You know what? No, I have to go do some scholarship stuff. I don't
Oh
even
my
know."
gosh, it was giving me a headache.
But he said that, the next ones were going to be in Oklahoma City doing these.
Yeah.
Or not Norman, whatever. Back with Case. Again, Case is going to be back on.
Oh, we filming in Norman?
Yeah, we're going to film in Norman.
Sweet. That's gonna be chaos.
Oh, it's going to be
if it's
chaos.
gonna have all of us on it.
Well, that first night when you guys aren't going to be there, yeah, it'll just be
Oh, yeah.
me, you, Case, and then Camden. We'll
Yeah.
do one.
We either need to have like
You might need to have like when everyone's there, have like half of the group in on one thing.
Yeah.
and
Like,
then
switch off.
Yeah.
We'll probably film a few, honestly.
because
Because
last time
that's-
we were just talking like I remember showing that episode to my grandma and I
Oh
was
my-
like we were watching YouTube. She's like, "No more choose happy. All you guys do is talk over each other and argue. It's freaking
Yeah,
retarded."
and she has no idea. The one that we deleted and didn't use, like the clip where like Case threw the sandwich at me, like I watched that the other day. It was like unwatchable.
Oh
Because
yeah.
we're all just yelling at each other. And, like, we stopped that one. I thought we weren't terrible. The second time round was way better compared to the first
Yeah.
time. Because, like, we got to a point where we were, like, you know, we were, like, having conversation.
We need to learn not
It
to
was-
talk over each other.
And we got to a point to where we were just, like, I had to cut out some stuff.
It was absolutely ridiculous. Oh yeah.
This
I-
is just an apology video.
Politics, dude.
We're
yeah,
sorry.
Nobody's
Tear
seen
someone
Well,
apart.
nobody's seen it. Nobody's
No,
seen
yeah.
it. So, yeah. Nobody saw that part because I cut it all out. But anyway, again, back to medicine.
Once again.
We are 23 minutes in, and I don't even know how much
I think
medicine
we
we
used about 5 minutes of
Yeah.
medicine talk.
I'm honestly
That's-
ecstatic that it's working.
The name just needs to be chilling with Trevor and Kate.
Yeah.
With a little bit of medicine on the
With
side.
with a little bit of it's honestly just us talking about whatever. This is
Yeah.
what makes podcasting great, though. I feel
Yeah.
like you can just kind of talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Plus, we're having fun
Yeah.
while doing it, and it doesn't really matter.
I just
what
like to have
people
a
say about
topic so I can make a good title that would be appealing to people on like YouTube and everything.
Yeah.
You know, old medicine, it's interesting. Now let's talk about grades in high school.
Skill.
What?
Skill.
I still don't know what you
I said
said.
school.
Oh,
Skill.
I thought you said skill. I was like,
Skill.
So you got anything interesting over yonder?
No, it's pretty much just talking about how gross people used to
Yeah.
be. Like they just like the 20th century is when they started like using gloves for surgeries.
I know.
About time.
That is the thing.
Stick in your hands. Like after you were
your wounds.
Yeah.
like that morning you helped someone birth a calf and you're like getting time to get some surgeries done.
Yeah, and it's not like you got some Dawn Dish show.
Back at it.
Yeah, it's like, all right, back at it. Just
Back to the old grind.
I just went and doctor pulled this calf. No, wait, that sounded bad.
I just Dr. pulled this calf.
Dr. Pole,
What?
okay, he's a veterinarian on the National Geographic Channel. Okay, I'm not saying like, okay. Dr. Pole is like a guy. All right. Anyway, that came out totally wrong.
Yeah. They started using rubber gloves in 1890. That's not that long ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
1890.
My dad must have just gone to a jank doctor then. They're like, we prefer the hands on.
We prefer the.
We like
the old
feeling the
times.
skin.
We like to utilize our fingernails.
Uh,
That is gross.
use them for blades.
Yeah, they'd be like, hey, you got sharp. I had a friend in middle school that his thumbnail, he like trimmed everything else, but he let his thumbnail grow out like that far. And we're like, what are you doing, dude? He's like, just
How
wait.
far is it?
And he's like that.
oh,
you know.
that's disgusting.
His fingernail would have been like a half-inch long in all, or And then he came to school one day, and it was to a point. He sharpened his fingernail, and this wasn't like a weird kid. This wasn't like a goth kid or like something weird. Like you would expect it from him.
Just bored.
This is like a friend of mine. He like played football. He's like, not really a jock type, but you know what I'm saying. So it was like weird. He showed up to school with this sharp thumbnail. We were like, what are you doing?
What are you-
Back.
Yeah. And he'd like touch us with it. We were like, get away, all right? You're just strange cat man over there. He's scratching us with your thumbnail.
Oh
Black
my
Panther.
god.
Yeah. I don't know why I just thought of that,
I don't know.
honestly. But yeah, it was just gross back then. And like I don't believe in the evolution of humans. Like I don't believe we came from monkeys, but I do believe that there's been evolution like within certain things.
Yeah.
Like there's been evolution in medicine. There's been evolution within athletes. Like I feel like athletes over time have gotten
Oh,
better.
it's crazy.
Yeah. Except never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna make a WNBA joke.
Oh, yeah, it's perfect.
Or
What's that?
exactly. I didn't know what I was gonna say.
I know what that is, by the way.
The Olympics going on right now.
Like I'm rooting against them for the Olympics.
I'm rooting against the women's soccer team because
I'm rooting against NBA for the Olympics now.
and it's not even like
They're-
spite. They're just bad.
yeah.
You
It's
gotta-
like just play. Like you
Like-
guys, we are American basketball. We are the home of the National Basketball Association, the greatest basketball players in the world, supposedly.
Yeah.
But then we get whooped by France.
Well, the guy that
France.
was like a point guard for France made a good
Evan
point.
Fournier.
Yeah,
I
he
think.
was like, "You guys are the best when
Yeah.
it's individual, but
Yeah.
when you become a team, you're not the like
It's because
we're the best."
within the NBA today, and this is the way with every professional sport. You have so many egos.
oh my goodness,
You have so many people that are like, I'm the best. Like give me the ball. Like, and I feel like that's a big problem within our USA basketball team, which
Yeah.
they destroyed Iraq.
Oh, it was like 120 to 60.
It was Iraq or Iran, one of the two. Which that was like a
Something
very
for
happy
always.
American moment for me. I was like, yeah.
George Bush in the background.
George Bush was like,
Yeah.
get him, boys.
Reminds me of the good old days.
Oh, the 2000s.
Back in my heyday, I destroyed Iraq too.
My dad
In a
actually
different
went
way.
to Iraq.
That's what your dad went to.
Yeah.
What war? What was that?
I don't know.
Just the Iraqi
Yeah.
war, wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't know a lot about it, but all I know is that he went to Iraq.
That would have been when you were a baby.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I was-
baby.
I
'Cause that was
a
like-
youngin.
I mean, that was definitely like 2003 when we were all born. Would have been Iraqi war because it was after 9/11. So yeah, pretty cool, dude. I just had a crazy idea. Your dad would be the dopest person to have on this podcast.
Guaranteed, he's got some pretty crazy stories.
I remember,
in high school and serving in the military,
Just
and
even
just- just-
undercover cop stories.
just his everyday life because he's a cop.
Yeah, like I remember.
What are you doing?
There's a whole bunch of stuff on your hair. I'm so sorry.
Probably because I leaned on the wall.
Yeah.
You
But
remember-
That was probably really weird.
I was like, okay, he's getting something, and then it was starting to get borderline creepy because you were doing it for like
I
30
mean,
seconds.
I mean, it was like a patch.
Are you serious?
yeah.
Wow.
You remember like
Need a shower, probably.
that safety day that your dad came
Oh yeah.
and he was talking about when he was an
He was-
undercover cop?
Yeah.
That was like super dope. Your dad would be an awesome guy to have like interview.
He is a pretty cool guy.
Your
Oh,
dad-
I love Wes.
and he's very nice too.
He is a nice guy, but whenever he's in uniform, if he has to, he will commit murder.
Yeah, if you come to Pawnee, don't be committing crimes.
Dude.
Wes will destroy you.
Padre.
He helped me with shooting.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
AR.
what? What'd you just say?
Me and him went shooting the other day.
Accuracy 1,000.
Oh
dude.
my gosh, he was shooting a lever action
Yeah.
and was like,
John Wayne.
When I started shooting, the spread was like this big, and I started getting a lot better.
Yeah.
But I mean, the whole time he was using a lever action, so you're moving.
Yeah.
I mean, the spread was like small,
Wow.
like a couple inches.
You ever seen that old show, The Rifleman?
Yeah.
And like
Like
the
a really
intro, he's
small-
like, you
Yeah.
know?
It's like
Uh,
Suicide Squad whenever Deadshot's like shooting all those targets in like the exact same spot until there's
Yeah.
like a hole in the middle.
I've never seen Suicide Squad.
It was
It's
okay.
it's not that bad.
I kind of want to see the new one.
Oh, me too.
It looks interesting.
I don't know.
I don't know when it comes out, but
It comes out next week.
I might go watch it.
I'll probably watch it on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Privilege. it looks very interesting.
It's so hot in here.
It is.
Flocking your feathers over there, dude.
It did get kind of warm. I'm so ready for fall.
Oh yeah, fall is like the best season.
My favorite's winter.
If you
I
ask me.
love getting
Oh my gosh.
heavy hoodies and coats
Could
on.
you imagine being in this studio when it's like 10 degrees?
It's going to be 20 in here.
Nirvana, dude. I mean, it would be perfect. Like, cause
I'd
I
rather
love.
be cold.
Because
Oh,
I
for
love
sure.
wearing hoodies.
I do too. That's my thing. Whenever I talk to people and they're like, I prefer hot weather over cold weather, I'm like, I feel like
Get out.
as defense attorney for cold weather, if you're cold, you can always put on more clothes.
Exactly.
But
Hot,
if you're
yeah.
hot, you can only take off so much.
Mhm.
You know,
Okay.
so
The worst you got is a runny nose.
yeah.
I got
And-
a runny nose
And
right
I
now.
don't. I get running noses in May. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't
have
get
one
them
right
in
now.
winter.
I feel for you on that one. I don't really get hit with allergies. Like I get
do.
sick every year in the wintertime. I get an ear infection.
I've never had
I
an
get
ear
hit
infection.
hard every year for like 2 weeks, and then I'm done.
I get like every year, even before COVID, this would happen to me where I'd lose my taste and smell and I'd get an ear infection. Every year at like Christmas, it would usually be Christmas time.
I had a sinus infection.
COVID
That was
shot.
about it. I feel like I had COVID, but I don't
Oh,
think
I
was affected
had
by it.
COVID.
Oh, the COVID shot absolutely destroyed me.
I haven't been vaccinated yet.
I haven't been vaccinated either.
I had to for
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know,
Stress.
but yeah, like because if I didn't, they'd make me wear a mask during basic the
Oh my
whole
God.
time
The
in
entire- like-
in August in San Antonio.
Yeah, I would get vaccinated too. I don't think my college doesn't require it, so I'm not.
Yeah, and after basic, I'm allowed to leave like for a day or so with
Yeah.
my family to go out. And if I wasn't vaccinated, I'd have to stay on base. They'd have to
Really?
go right back home.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be. That's so worth it then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's whatever. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna get political or anything because I don't really care. Honestly, if I can avoid another shot, I'm gonna do it.
Just a kid.
yeah.
Like I'm vaccinated everything else.
Isn't it that if you had COVID, the shots are worse? Is that what I heard?
I don't know.
Because if so, I had COVID because
I had COVID.
I go
shot
to-
almost killed me.
I go to Trevor's house and I forgot that he like had his shot the day before. So I go in that morning and Heidi's like, "Oh hey kid, what you doing?" I was like, "Is Trevor here? We're gonna lift." And he's like, "Oh, he's out." She's like, so she like takes me to his room and he's just like dead on his bed. I was like, "Hey, Trevor, you good, bro?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah." I think I snapped you. Like he looked like Napoleon Dynamite because his eyes were closed. He's like, "Yeah, I think I snapped you." I get on my phone and yeah, he snapped me. Like I didn't even open my snap until I like got there.
Like
So I was
whenever,
I was just there.
whenever Gunner got it, when we were filming the podcast up here, and his heart rate was going through the roof.
Oh yeah,
That was the symptom of the vaccine.
yeah. He came to work the next day. He was like, "Yeah, I feel great," and I was just like, "Are you sure? You got to stay out of the heat." He's like, "Yeah." 10 minutes into work, he's like, "I'm going home.
Yeah.
I have a headache."
Yeah, I didn't get it, but I mean, whatever.
I had 103 fever that night.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was up till 4 watching Friends because I couldn't go back to sleep.
Oh, I did that the other night. I
I'm
stayed up.
surprised
I
Friends didn't
stayed
put
up
you to sleep.
all night watching Friends. You don't like Friends?
It's not that bad. But
I
I'm not-
love Friends, dude.
I'll watch it if I'm like bored. If it's like on in the living room.
Dude, I don't care. Ross is my favorite.
Ross is
Ross is?
awesome.
Ross is my favorite.
I'm a Chandler guy.
load of this guy.
Get a load of this society. I love
You gotta pop
Chandler.
that picture up.
Yeah,
there.
I will. You might have to send it to me.
Dude,
I'll
Ross
send it to you right now because
Okay.
every time I say I'll send it, I just never send it.
Yeah.
Well, like Chandler's sarcasm's funny, but Ross's reactions are
Ross is very funny. I definitely know. I know what you mean. He's hilarious, dude. I used to kind of hate on Friends. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I
me
did
too.
Because like my brother loves Friends. Like he's been watching that show forever. And every time he'd be watching, I'd be like, dude, I hate this show. But I'd go in there and watch it. And then I came to a point where I was like, you know what? I think I like Friends.
Yeah.
And I watch it all the time now. I love that show. Like me, you, and Chris like talking about Friends for
Oh
like
yeah.
30 minutes at Falls Creek.
It was a
one
good
day.
time. Good time.
It was a good time. It doesn't hold a candle to The Office or Parks and
no.
Rec.
Mm-mm.
I like Frasier more than Friends, honestly.
Really.
Yeah, I love Frasier.
You know what show I started watching that's really good?
What?
Cheers.
Cheers is pretty good. I never finished Cheers.
That's just like a show you can have on in the background.
Yeah, it
'Cause
is.
it's just them talking at a bar.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I feel like it's a show that we can make.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, Cheers is very interesting. I enjoy Cheers.
Fresh Prince.
I've never watched a full episode of Fresh
Are you
Prince.
Yo,
serious?
what? Those things are like 16 minutes long.
Dude,
Dude.
I don't know. I usually watch the shows that like my parents watched in the 90s or whatever.
Fresh
That's-
Prince was.
and they
That's
didn't watch it.
funny. And that one episode, dude,
Oh, I've seen that clip.
Hmm.
With his I don't
where his
even know.
dad leaves
Yeah,
him
his dad.
again.
Sad.
Again.
Oh yeah, dude. That wasn't acting. It was like that wasn't even on the script.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
just like
really?
his raw reaction. It was sad.
The
But
hug
like
wasn't either. The hug
other
was
shows
on.
from like the night, like Everybody Loves Raymond, like King of Queens. Like,
Oh yeah,
love those
me and
shows.
my mom and dad are watching King of Queens right now. That's a
love King of
funny
Queens.
show.
Do you have Peacock?
Yeah.
King of the
I want to
Hill.
get Peacock because Peacock has everything. Dude.
Oh yeah, with all you have to do is have like 40 seconds of ads, and it's like $4 a month.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely getting it then.
Without ads, it's only like
I sent it to
8.
the group on
Nice.
Insta.
Yeah, it's only like 8 without ads.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's way better than Netflix. Like it's honestly killing Netflix. I feel
Yeah.
like because why I got Netflix was The Office.
Yeah.
And now that The Office hasn't been on Netflix in a while, like I still watch.
You still have to watch the what was it that my mom suggested? The
the
fifth kind,
the fourth
fifth kind.
element. I
It's
can't
not
remember.
element. It's something kind. I think
Yeah.
it's the fifth kind.
I looked it up. Like I
I
even
was like, it's not on Netflix. Trust me. Looks it up. It's
It
on
was.
Netflix.
I was gonna watch it the other night, but your mom said it's like scary. So I was like, I don't want to watch this at night.
Dude, that's the best time to watch it.
No,
Yeah,
dude,
I want to
can't-
watch it with people.
If I'm by myself and I want to watch a horror movie, I watch it at noon.
Yeah, like I'm watching it during
Yeah.
the day where I'm gonna be
I'll
like
watch it by myself.
still like watching my bag.
You know
But
what's
during
good?
quarantine, I'll be like, "Hey Mason, you want to watch a horror movie?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." Just at night.
You
Fear
fearless,
Street.
dude.
Fear Street came on Netflix.
Yeah.
There's like 3 movies. It's good. It's
I
a
don't know
good.
what that
Fear
is.
Streak.
Yeah. No, Street.
Fear Street.
Yeah.
What I do on Netflix is I watch comedians a lot.
Oh, me too.
I watch a lot of
I
comedians.
can't watch them a lot anymore because they get so political.
Oh my gosh.
I don't care.
You know what's crazy? How many? I was thinking about this the other day. I bet you I could watch 90% of the comedy specials on Netflix and not laugh one time
Oh yeah.
during the whole show.
Like there's like they have series of like comics around the world.
Yeah.
I was watching like Canada and just the U.S. and all they were doing was bashing politics.
Yeah.
Some would be bashing like Democrats, some would be bashing Republicans. I'm like, I don't care.
Like I don't want to see this. Yeah.
Like-
Like this isn't comedy.
Yeah.
Should be an escape
Yeah.
from all that. you know?
Yeah.
Like that's why I like Nate Bargatze so much. That guy, he like genuinely makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Like there's certain comics that really make me like. You guys ever heard of Tim Hawkins? Like I've seen Tim Hawkins live like twice. He's like I grew up like almost idolizing that guy. Like I love Tim Hawkins. He just like he's so funny to me. Like John Crist, Theo Vaughn. Theo Vaughn's very funny.
I'm just I like Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart's hilarious.
What's that guy's name? Andrew Schultz or something?
Andrew Schultz is
Yeah.
he's very funny.
Me and my brother-in-law were supposed to go watch him at Oklahoma City, but
Oh,
we
really?
never did. No.
I'm trying. We might go to that, and I told you about it, or I told the
You
whole
put
group
it on
chat
the
about
group chat,
the Nate Bargatze show. He's so funny, dude.
I love Kevin Hart. Like out of all of them, like my favorite one to watch is the Irresponsible.
Oh, you're responsible tour?
Yeah,
The
that's-
gun
I like-
I
compartment?
love that
I like
one.
Kevin Hart's one of his old ones. The I'm a growing little man.
I
That
like,
one is so funny.
I like Seriously Funny.
Yeah.
Seriously
Whenever
funny.
whenever he talks about the ostrich story,
Oh yeah.
Where he throws the pin at
Oh
the
my
ostrich.
gosh,
Dude,
that's so funny.
that was like one of the first things I ever saw Kevin Hart do
Yeah.
whenever I was like,
He's
kid.
like, we're reaching 60 miles an hour.
And when I tell you that ostrich was running 60 miles an hour, I thought that was the funniest
Oh my
comedy bit
gosh.
I've ever
There's
seen.
about to be a hot. That was.
He's like, I don't know what I was about to do.
Dude, so many times I'll just put him on Spotify, like his
Yeah.
comedy stuff. It's so funny.
Oh yeah, he's very funny. I feel like to be a comedian, first off, it takes a ton of skill, and it takes a ton of like
I would
no
be
fear.
I'd be like that interactive kind of guy.
If I was a comedian, I feel like I'd be kind of like I'd be like Nate Bargatze because I'm like kind
I
of like
don't know.
low key.
I don't know
Yeah.
who I'd be like because I have no idea. I don't think I could be a comic. Whatever it's called, stand-up
I want
comedian.
to think I could. I want.
I feel
to.
like we could pull up being like kind of like the Impractical Jokers.
Yeah.
Because you can just tell them to do crap and all that.
Yeah.
I think at some point when I'm in college, I want to try doing stand up just to
do
try
it,
it,
just
like
to do it,
because
have
I'd
fun
always
with it,
hate
just to
myself.
feel
Like if I didn't ever do it, I'd be like I could have done, but like I mean, why not?
Put
If I
something on
bomb,
Dude, just go to a city that no one knows
Yeah.
you're in, so you can't get
like
traced
if I
back.
bomb, like what? I mean, I'll never see these people again.
Yeah,
like,
just run out of the
It's just
club.
one embarrassing night, and I'll forget about it.
Runs off.
Yeah, but like
So, the
I think-
weather, I don't know, man.
yeah.
Sonny.
We were talking the other day. It was like airplane mode on phone. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
dude, turn
I
your,
was like,
turn your
just
phone into an airplane, like runs away.
Just imagine being that one comedian that runs off after a horrible joke. Just
Yeah.
so airplane mode your phone. I just was to turn to an airplane. Runs off.
Just
I
runs
wrote
off.
down things in my notes about what I think would be funny comedy bits, like just stories, honestly.
Oh yeah, I
because
remember.
I have some like
I remember something.
weird like stories from my childhood growing up in
Oh
Morrison.
yeah.
Michael
Yeah, dude,
Jackson.
if you grew up in Oklahoma as a child, you're weird.
Yeah.
You were weird at some point.
Like,
oh, yeah.
I mean, one thing that I never thought it was weird, and this is something I have in my notes. When I was in kindergarten, we went to a buffalo farm. I mean, we're 5 years old. We went to a buffalo farm,
love
and what we did
buffaloes.
for fun is we discus buffalo patties. We threw buffalo poop.
Ew.
I'm not kidding. And I threw a buffalo patty 40 feet as a 5-year-old.
Wow.
And I remember that because they gave us a name tag, put our name on it, and how far we threw the buffalo patty.
Wow.
Buffalo patty is dried buffalo poop. That's what we did for fun as 5-year-olds. And I mean, I went to school in Morrison, and they were like, "Load up the kids. We're going to a buffalo farm. We're gonna throw poop."
We're gonna throw-
Could you
throw
imagine?
patties.
What a day.
Especially in today's world with COVID and like the germaphobe culture or whatever, that would never fly.
Oh no.
And that wasn't that long ago. That was like 2008, maybe.
Yeah.
God, dude, I like thought about that the other day. I was like, I can't believe we did that. We went and threw buffalo poop for fun.
It literally feels like it's been like decades.
Feels like
Multiple decades, but in reality, it's only like not even.
It feels
been
like
a
it's been a long time since like the start of like our freshman year.
exactly. Yeah.
Like that's when I met you guys. It feels like forever.
Oh, my
yeah, I feel
goodness.
like I've known you since pre-K, dude.
It is kind of because when I moved to Pawnee, like and I met you guys, it was like we definitely had an awkward stage, which you have an awkward stage with
Yeah.
everything. But it was not
We
long.
had one with you
No.
because of that toe story.
Yeah, the
I was
toe
like, Who
story-
is this guy?
The toe story definitely
It
threw a
definitely-
wrench in
yeah.
things. And then I started off bad with Trevor because I sat in his seat.
Oh.
I did everything wrong right off the bat.
Set friendship back a couple
Yeah.
months with
But then
me.
it was like, I don't know. It seemed like one day it was just gone, and then we were all
Yeah.
just like cool with each other.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
remember like being in ag and me, you, and Case just playing Oregon Trail
Yeah.
all day.
We were just playing Oregon
Hey.
Trail. Yeah, Logan had that little jacket on. He's like, hi.
Hey.
Yeah, nobody knows.
No, I don't know why
No,
we're saying.
but yeah, inside jokes.
But yeah,
Love to be a part
dude,
of one.
being a
someday.
kid in Oklahoma, it's just
It's crazy, honestly.
You don't have a lot to do when you're in a small
my,
town. So you
your
just make
parents just
anything
don't
fun.
really care. I'm
No.
so sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Like your parents just don't really care.
No.
They're like, as long as you're back by supper.
Yeah, like I grew up in town. Like you grew up in a neighborhood, kid. Like you
Yeah.
still live where you grew up. Like I grew up in a neighborhood.
Friendly
And-
neighborhood.
And I don't mind. I didn't mind it honestly because I had a lot of friends that I hung out with. Like we'd go outside at like I'm not gonna say crack of dawn, but I mean morning. All we wore was shorts,
Oh,
no
yeah.
shoes, just shorts. We were so tan, and like our feet, the bottom of our feet were like
Black.
just black calluses.
Just
Yeah.
the other day, I was looking at my heels. And I was like poking it with a knife, and it's
Yeah.
thick. My
It's
God,
crazy.
calluses are thick.
Oh yeah, I was always barefoot running.
I
out
would
in my
walk
front
on
yard.
gravel and not even. I would
Oh,
run
yeah.
on gravel,
Oh,
not even
yeah.
flinch.
Yeah.
I remember one time I got home, I walked in my bedroom, and I was just like walking around. I grabbed something. I went out in the living room. I sat down on the couch and put my feet up on the ottoman, and there was a thumbtack in my foot. And my mom like pulled it out. And she was like, "Did you even?" I was like, "I had no idea." There was a thumbtack in my foot, and like I didn't even notice because my feet were so callous that I couldn't even feel a thumbtack.
Well, kids in the country were wild. Oh
Yeah, you guys
Oh
are.
my god!
I had like my cousins lived in the country.
Oh
and
my
every time I went
gosh.
over there, it was like
Me,
I mean,
Case, and Hayden would
lawless.
hang out a whole bunch.
yeah.
Hayden was like a whole survivalist,
Oh,
wasn't he?
I have a story
I can't
for
wait.
you.
I can't wait to have Hayden on. Yeah,
Oh
tell
my-
this story. This
Oh
is
my
hilarious.
gosh! So me and Case are staying the night, and we're like, okay, when we go tomorrow morning. We're gonna go out and we're gonna survive.
Which
we're
everybody
Yeah.
thought they were Bear Grylls or some
And-
crap.
In the morning, we're like, you know what? Let's call up Hayden. He lives a mile down the road from me. Hayden comes in and he has like a backpack and knives, machetes.
This is what Hayden does.
He's ready.
Oh yeah,
He's ready to
This
go.
is when we're like 8, and he has a machete half the size of him. We're like, let's do this.
We're
I
ready.
mean, we're like a mile and a half down this pasture, not even in ours anymore. We're in like some random person's pasture. Starts pouring down rain.
Yeah.
I mean, out of nowhere.
What
It
time
was-
of year is it?
Oh, it was probably summer because it was.
Oh,
we were
okay.
just
I
there all
didn't know
day.
if it was
Yeah.
like winter or something.
No, I mean, started pouring down rain, and we find this random piece of tin and put it on this like tree. And we're like, okay, we're gonna stay under here. And Hayden goes, "I'm gonna go find help." And we're like, "No, Hayden, stay with us, dude." Grabs our backpack full of snacks and said, "I'll be back," and runs. And me and Case just like, "What the heck?" I mean, he is sprinting down, and me and Case, are you kidding? We have nothing. It's like 4:00 in the afternoon, pouring down rain. We have no food or water, and we start walking back in the rain, and we get back to the house. We walk in, and he's sitting down eating a plate of spaghetti. And we're like, "What happened to you'll be back?" And he's like, "Your mom yelled at you. She had spaghetti ready." And I was like, "What about us?"
That was one of those stories. When I heard that for the first time, I almost passed out. It's like I can imagine like Hayden. Hayden running is just a marvel to look at. I mean, he's not an athletic guy at all.
And I mean,
Yeah.
it's raining, and
So I'll be back.
after dinner, we're all sitting there in the pasture playing, and he's playing by this hay bale. I'm like, "What are you doing, dude?" And he sets this hay bale on fire. He puts his hand in this, like, it's a round bale, puts it in the middle, and starts using flint and steel. And we're like, see smoke, and me and Case turn around, and Hayden's like, "I don't know what to do." And half this thing is on fire. We're like, "What are you?" My dad gets home, starts getting a hose and starts spraying it down. My dad gets
Oh
mad
my
at me
gosh.
instead of Hayden. He's like, "You weren't watching him?" I'm like, "Well, he's not a
Gotta
dog."
have an eye on him.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
You remember a few years ago when our bus broke down on our way back home from Falls Creek?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh
There
my-
was a tire over yonder. Jake Cook goes up, "Guys, tire." We all go sprinting to this tire and we just start playing with it.
So I mean,
Like,
let
we
me
can-
set the stage a little bit. First off, this was a long week at Falls Creek.
Yeah,
Like
we
it was
were
one of those.
hired.
Like this year when we went to Falls Creek, whenever I got home, I was like refreshed. Like I felt good. This was a year of Falls Creek where I was like,
We were all tired.
We were like,
I was
all right.
It was a
Yeah.
hot day. It was a long.
it was hot and our
long
bus
process.
broke down, like you said, and was it our bus that broke down?
It was our
Yeah.
bus. Yeah.
like a belt got stripped or something,
Mhm.
and it's just like 70 kids on the side of the road. You know, we're just stranded.
70.
Well,
I-
because all the other
Oh,
people.
yeah,
yeah,
the
they
other
all
two.
pulled off, and like we were just done, and we literally lost our minds.
Yeah, like,
Like
we
we
went
saw
crazy.
this tire over there, we all ran at it. Like Jacob was like, "Guys, a tire," and it was like just something built into all of us where we just
Yeah.
reacted a
And
certain way. To
We
the
had like
tire.
a bunch of hyenas attacking.
We ran at it
Yeah.
and we start kicking it and punching it, and then we like
standing on
we
it.
stuck Harlan in it
Yeah,
and rolled him
Harlan.
around.
Yeah, it started rolling.
It was so weird, and we just lost our minds. And then like they took us into that gas station, probably the
We were
Jakey's
there
gas
for
station.
like a good hour.
Oh, more than that.
Oh yeah,
because
because my dad had
Wade
to
had
go
to drive all the
from-
way from Pawnee.
Yeah,
So it was
Oh,
like
yeah.
2 hours.
yeah.
And we got there and we were still just out of our minds.
Eating
like we
gas
had
station food. We had
eating gas station food. We had a funeral for
a moth.
a moth. Yeah,
Like we were.
a
That's
moth
when you know.
died. We went out and we had like plastic spoons or something. We dug a grave and buried it. It's so weird.
I bought a squeaky duck that just made everybody want to hurt me. I
Look
kept squeaking it because
Good
I was so
night.
bored.
Look at me when I say I wanted to kill you.
I'll tell you what you did. You killed the duck. They ripped its head off and gave it back. I was like, I was gonna give this to Sophie.
I remember
Too late.
I gave it to her anyways. She was like,
tensions
"What's this?"
tensions were high on that bus on the way home. Like Gunnar and Trent were yelling at each other about something.
I was-
Cade and his squeak. Cade was just oblivious to us. He was just sitting in the front squeaking his duck. We're like, I swear if he squeaks that duck one more time,
We were planning on just murder.
and like we were all just done. Like I mean, just exhausted, done, sunburnt. Like just not a lot of energy left.
Then eventually we all cooled down and we were relaxed.
I think whenever I got home, I didn't even say bye to you guys. I just went and got my.
Yeah,
I was ready to go.
I was just like, I'm done with this, dude. But yeah, I was thinking of something else I was gonna say a minute ago.
I think we're done with surgery.
Yeah, we're done with surgery.
Episode name could just be gibberish with the boys.
Yeah.
This will be a good listen if got a long road trip or something. Just
or
listen
if
to
you're
us talk
trying to
about
go
whatever.
if you're trying to go to sleep.
That's something people that listen to something why they go to sleep.
Benjamin does audiobooks.
Yeah, Benjamin was talking about that. I was like, dude, why don't you listen to my podcast?
Yeah, I know.
He's like,
I can't listen to podcasts when I go to sleep because I want to know what happens.
Yeah.
I try to do that with like Joe Rogan. I was like, this guy's actually interesting.
Yeah.
I need to know what he's saying.
Yeah, I was gonna fall asleep to that episode of Joe Rogan with Post Malone, but knowing me,
Oh, that episode. Okay, that episode. I've seen it. It gets to a point where it's just they both get really high, and
I couldn't watch the whole thing.
it's just nonsense.
Gibberish. The first part was cool. They were talking about skinwalkers and
was
Utah
cool.
and all that, but I was like, no.
Post Malone would be a cool. I have like a dream list of people that would be like super cool podcast guests. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin was one. I don't know why. I went through a stint last year where I became like a big WWE fan.
oh yeah,
Like it was
I
like
think it'd be so cool to
it
have
was
like,
one of those like weird quarantine things. I just was watching old WWE like Triple H and like
oh yeah, what's it?
Shawn crap Shawn Michaels.
I had like 2009 WrestleMania on DVD.
Oh
awesome.
wow, what a watch!
He speared him. I'm like, I was like, oh my gosh! I've watched it 4 times, and I was like, he did
I
it.
think the greatest match I ever watched was Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. That was insane.
wow.
It was like such a long match.
One-
I watched that last year and I was like, I love this.
There was one, like one of the biggest ones of all time. It was like me and Blake watched it live, and it was like The Rock versus John Cena.
Wow.
I was in love with John Cena. I was
Yeah.
like, this guy's my boy.
Yeah.
And The Rock, I think The Rock beat him, but
Yeah, that's literally two of probably the biggest names that's ever
oh
come
my
out of WWE.
gosh, it was me and Blake were like, oh my gosh, like R-Truth was
Yeah.
behind him, and what's that big Irish guy's name? Like at some points he had like the flat hair, and then he had a huge
yeah, I know what you're
mohawk,
talking
yeah.
about.
Did he
Like
have a
red
red
hair.
beard?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wasn't he on like the the second Ninja Turtles?
No, I
He might-
didn't watch
I don't
that.
know.
He was. There was
Did he have like a name, or was it like a human, or did he have like
I think
a
he had his
persona?
normal name. Or like,
Yeah, I didn't think it was like Undertaker has like
No.
a different name. I didn't think it was like that. I thought it was like a regular name.
the best ones were like Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Crap.
They're so crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Like I watched
Money in
one.
the Bag.
I can't remember. It might have been like Triple H and somebody, and Stone Cold just comes in and like knocks out Triple H, puts him in this ambulance, runs into the ambulance with the semi, pours a bunch of cement on top of the ambulance. I was like, what is going on? Like it was so crazy. I was like, this is so entertaining.
Dude, it was the best thing ever when you're watching the fight and one a special like someone
Yeah.
comes in like without you knowing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I keep talking about Undertaker, but like whenever Undertaker's music would hit,
Yeah.
like all the lights would go off. It's
Oh.
like, duh, and everybody's like.
Like I was like scared.
Yeah.
Where's it gonna?
I
be?
didn't watch WWE as a kid. This was me last year. So, yeah.
No, this was me as a kid.
Yeah, I don't have an excuse for it.
Kofi Kingston, bro.
I don't even know
You
who
remember
that is.
Kofi Kingston? That used to be one of my favorites. I had an action figure of him.
Randy Orton was one of my guys.
Yeah.
But
Watch out.
You remember I RKO'd Hayden over that
Oh,
chair?
yeah,
Miss
you did.
Hickson's? We were in Miss Hickson's class, Trent's mom, and we got bored after we ate our lunch, so we were like, let's play Pokemon.
Nice.
So I was a Pokemon. Trevor was like my trainer or something. I think Gunner was my trainer. Hayden was the Pokemon I was battling. Trevor was Hayden's trainer. Gunner goes, Cade, use RKO. I grab Hayden by the neck, and it was a perfect RKO.
Yeah, it was a good
And
one.
there was a chair just chilling.
Mhm.
Chair's like, he goes down. I like go over the chair, kind of like around it.
Yeah.
So I'm on the other side of this chair, and he's like over it. So I, boom. He's like knocks the breath, and then he gets up. He starts like doing that. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, hey, it's not your turn yet.
It's not your
I'm
turn.
not done.
That's insane, dude.
Oh, dude, it was the funniest thing ever.
There's like, whenever kids would fight in school, whenever we were, like, I say we, but like whenever I was a kid, it's like such a crazy thing.
Oh,
I've witnessed maybe like one fight in person.
Did you guys ever get in a fight as kids?
Nope. I
Not,
never
not
did.
as kids.
No.
Like at school
Well,
or
me and
something?
Case would like occasionally. I threw like a remote at him one time.
Wasn't there a kid that bullied you in case or something? You guys like tried to fight him in elementary.
Oh, I'm sure.
I
Me and Case
remember
were wild, dude.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about it
Let me
because
think. I remember.
one of y'all jumped on that guy's back.
Yes,
or whatever, and
yes.
Case goes,
I remember this. We
Yeah.
absolutely just destroyed this kid. I can't
Really?
remember who it was.
I'm surprised I remember.
Just like Brody or something, like my cousin.
It might have been. I don't know.
No, I know who it was. I know who you're talking about. He moved away.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
no need to name drop.
Brendan, I think that's his name.
Stupid name.
That was my boy, bro.
Oh, okay. So you were against our friends here. You
No,
were like,
I didn't. I want to know where this happens.
oh, okay.
I mean, if I would have saw it happen, I probably would have just watched.
Anyway, you can tell the story. This sounds like an entertaining story.
I can't remember all the details.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
The only thing I remember is like Trevor jumping on his back and then Case,
It was a for sure
Case-
double team.
Yeah,
Case
it was.
screaming at him, going "Oh!" just like pushing him or
So this
something.
guy was like older.
Yeah.
He was in
obviously.
our grade.
Like-
Oh, so he's just big.
He was
Yeah,
he
he's
was
a
a
big
tall.
boy.
He was a tall fella.
I remember this time. This isn't a fight story. But when I was in elementary, I don't even know if this is my story actually. This might be my brother's story. But there's this kid in his class. He was like I don't know. I'm not gonna say any names, but he was like the notorious like stinky kid. Like everybody had that.
Yeah.
But he was swinging, and he was getting really high. Like he was swinging he was very good at swinging, and he got really high.
Talent, honestly.
Like he was almost to the point where he was like right on with the top pole. So he was like 20 feet in the air. He was like right up there, and the chain snapped.
Oh,
And, like, he went flying through the air, and our playground in Morrison was just like rocks, like little rocks.
That's
and he
how
came
ours
down
works.
super hard, just boom, hit these rocks. And we had a teacher. Her name was Miss Pitts, and she was a really cool teacher. She was my 5th grade teacher. She was an awesome teacher, and she came running down the hill, like it's a big hill from like the basketball courts hill to the playground, and she came running down the hill, jumped the little wall,
Nice.
and like went over and like helped this kid out. But I could just imagine seeing this kid like 20 feet in the air, and the chain just snapped on the swing, and he's flying.
Dude, our playground, the swing set was like the gauntlet.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
People were swinging, and it was your goal just to get through. Just
Yeah,
walking
we did
through
that
without getting
too.
hit. Some kid pushed me, and I got smacked by
Yeah.
somebody. And I'm on the ground. I get up so fast, and I turn around. And it's one of these kids that's like, he used to bully my cousin Spencer.
wow,
Yeah, his name is Jacob. I don't know where he's at now, but
Yeah.
he's over young.
calling out all the bullies today.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Let's fight right now.
Brendan, Jacob. That's just
Let's-
stereotypical bully names.
Let's
Yeah.
just do this now.
But no, I turned around so fast. He just runs off.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I wanted to hurt him. So
We did that
bad.
too, where we would like be swinging, we run through it. I don't even like why.
Just because the thrill.
Yeah,
The
one
thrill of
time at my house, I had a swing set in Morrison, and my friend was over, and he had a little dog. It was like a blue heeler puppy,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we were swinging, and this dog like ran right under me, and I came swinging back and hit it in my backswing, and this dog like flew through my yard, and then a week later, that dog got ran over and died.
Oh my gosh.
Because of you.
Yeah, probably he just lost his.
You
little
made it
wrist.
suicidal, man.
Yeah, but I mean, I hit that dog so hard.
He said,
with
what's
my
the point
backswing.
now?
Yeah. What is that?
Leo?
Somebody working.
Wait, Leo? Is that you?
Somebody working out there, I guess.
hero.
Oh, this is the arc.
I saw Leo the
All
other
I
day.
see is the art.
He was going to his trailer. I was in my dad's office, and my dad's office is like right by where all the Stars trailers are.
Yeah.
So he just saw him walking
Wait,
down
who'd
the
you
alley.
see?
Leo. Yeah, he's little.
Oh, he's.
He's a very little guy.
So not my
I
size, probably.
need to meet.
He's like skin. He's skinny.
Oh, he's a skinny.
He's very
He's super skinny.
Yeah, like I don't know why I never thought of him as like a skinny guy. Like I've even seen his movies, but like seeing him in real life, it was like I feel like I could have seen him in like a mall in like Tulsa or something, and I probably wouldn't even noticed him. Like if he had like sunglasses on, like a hat, I
Yeah,
wouldn't have noticed.
I'm sure if I met him, I would pass out. I'd
Yeah.
for sure pass out.
You're like a legit fan.
I love.
Like
Leo.
I'm not huge on his movies.
I love his
Me neither.
movies so
Yeah.
much.
What's your favorite Leo movie?
My favorite Leo movie? I don't know. Probably either like What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Have you ever
Yeah,
seen it?
my
That's like-
mom's. It's like what his first movie was.
yeah, that's one of his first. Like when he was a little
yeah,
kid.
like a kid.
What's that other one? Inception or something like that? Crap, I can't remember that one. But that was a weird one. Shutter Island's good.
Yeah, I've seen Titanic, obviously.
I'm not a Titan.
Oh, that guy. No, I'm kidding.
I was about to be like, what? I don't like Titanic either, but
No.
that's like, I mean, that's like one of the most famous movies in history.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't let go.
It's like 3
Let's
hours
go.
and 30 minutes.
I think I've never sat down and watched Titanic all the way through. It's like
Me neither.
Braveheart. I've never sat down and watched Braveheart all the way through. They're just such long movies.
Yeah, I watched Titanic a whole bunch because I have an older sister.
Yeah.
That's the worst. I've watched all the Twilight movies.
Never seen the Twilight movie.
I've watched all the Twilight movies too. They're not bad though.
I don't like them.
I've never seen the Twilight movie.
I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's not bad.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous because it's a love triangle between a normal girl, a vampire, and a werewolf.
And then eventually the girl becomes a vampire.
What
Yeah.
a concept. What a concept. I remember being a kid and like Taylor
Yeah.
Lautner was like the greatest thing ever to women.
And they had a baby, and the werewolf, like, attached them, like, because wolves do this thing like, where they see something and they mate, like, that's my mate now.
Yeah.
They did it with a baby. I was like,
Wow.
what is this movie? It's like, oh, it's like Imprinted or something like that. It's whatever that's called.
Yeah.
And she was
You
like,
didn't imprint on my daughter? I think that's what she said.
yeah. I'm like, what is this movie?
Yeah, that's
She's
weird.
like half a year old.
Yeah, I never was into the. I didn't have an older sister though.
I have a
So,
lot of weird favorite movies though.
I think that's a video we need to do, and if we have a lot of like, if we have 4 guys on, if we do a movie video, like we might do this in Norman.
Let's film our own movie.
We'll do like I do. I think that'd be fun to make.
Let's do it.
That would be fun.
The,
But
the
like
robbery.
yeah, the robbery. Dadgummit, dude, that was such an entertaining video, and the audio is screwed up,
Oh,
which
yeah.
makes me so mad because what we talked about in that video is hilarious.
Oh, so
Some of those
funny.
stories were so funny, dude. Like the Axeman. I still think of that sometimes, where it's like
Oh, you
he
like
would,
jazz?
yeah, he wouldn't kill you if you
The
listened
jazz
to it.
over?
Yeah, the
I
jazz
love
over.
Jazz
that
over.
video, dude.
That oh man, I was so
Wait, is it not
mad.
up there?
What?
Is it still on the channel though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
It just kind of.
It just got bad audio.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that bad.
If you watch it on
I
your
have my
phone,
volume all the way
if
up.
you watch it on your phone, it's not bad. But like I watched it on my TV and it was pretty rough.
Oh, yeah.
But
It's always rough on the TV.
Oh,
that one is very. I'm so upset that the audio is screwed up because
I-
that was a very entertaining video.
Fresh start.
What are you gonna title this video?
I'm gonna title it
Gibberish with the
Old
boys.
Medicine, and then I'll just probably title it Old Medicine.
Just
And
a
then
bit of medicine.
Old medicine with gibberish.
because I've watched podcasts before where they have a topic and then
Yeah,
they talk
that's
about it
what
for
Nate-
5 minutes
yeah.
and then just like yeah.
That's what Nate. I
Yeah.
think do like 40 minutes of just talking
Yeah.
randomly, and then they get into the topic for 10 minutes.
I was gonna like when we were talking about comedians, I really enjoy Nate Bargatze because he's like a clean comedian.
Yeah,
you know?
and he's
And I
just
feel
so
like-
chill.
Yeah. I say it takes a lot more talent to be a clean comedian and funny
Oh yeah,
than like a dirty comedian. Because like if you're a dirty comedian, you just say whatever.
Yeah.
And, like it can be funny. But if
Yeah.
you're like a clean comedian, you're like committed to like the family
Mhm.
style of comedy.
Yeah.
I feel like that's way harder. Like if I was ever a comedian, I would just be like this show. You know, we keep it clean on here.
yeah.
Like I would always be clean, just because I feel like from a business standpoint, if you're clean, everybody can watch it.
hmm
You know, like you can't get in trouble from watching it as a kid. Like.
But you're
watching-
not allowed to watch this.
Like
man.
when I was a kid, like I'd be watching PewDiePie or something,
Yeah,
and my
man.
parents come and like shove it under my pillow.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I would do. With
Yeah,
certain
because I was like, I don't want you to know I'm
Mine
watching
was like
PewDiePie.
gamers that
I-
cuss. I'd be like,
yeah,
oh,
like
hi,
Vanoss
like
or something.
Vanos
Yeah.
Gaming.
Markiplier.
Dude, Vanos was
HTO.
so funny.
Dude,
bro.
his original GTA videos were the funniest thing.
I was watching their Gmod videos. Those were fun.
They're probably not even funny to me anymore.
I think
but as
my
a kid-
favorite one, and I remember this, was the flight school one. Do you guys
Yes.
remember? That's the
Those
fun.
were-
Like I watched that a while
Yes.
back, and I was like, this is so funny. Like I wish we could do that with Stud Gaming.
I'm sweating so
Like
hard.
Raccoon Eggs and Swagger Souls.
Yeah.
Those
Oh,
guys are
dude.
hilarious.
Eventually, talking about another channel that we were involved with Stud Gaming. You've
Yeah.
live streamed with Case before, haven't you?
Yeah, I got him reporting me for exploiting. It's like, what the heck?
So we've all had involvement with Stud Gaming. It will be back. Okay, I promise. I know it's been a long time since Stud Gaming's put up videos.
But Case is like stud.
He's a
I don't
busy
know.
boy.
Hey, we just
Yeah.
call him Case.
Yeah, he's like working like full time.
He's been working a lot, trying to make that
Yeah,
money. So
my
I can't
boy's
blame
a
him.
hard worker.
He said whenever school starts back again, he's going to get those videos up. But we were going to film last night, but we went to Sand Springs at like midnight. But we're gonna like load up on content with GTA, Red Dead, and we're gonna be putting out a lot of videos on that channel. So stay tuned for that.
I gotta do a lot of that before I leave.
Yep, because Trevor's leaving.
Like a week and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do the big farewell episode when we're in Norman. Oh,
Who?
it's my mom.
Decline.
I'll just text her say I'm doing a
That's not
podcast. But we're gonna do the big farewell episode for Trevor down in Norman. Gonna be a real tearjerker. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we're just
probably
gonna-
won't cry.
We're not
But,
much of a crier.
We'll probably reminisce on old times, laugh, have a good time. Might stack all the boys in on that one, even though we only have 4 mics. We might just still stack everybody.
We just have to be
I
like,
could
hey,
probably make a montage of just Trevor.
Yeah, you can make if you make a montage of Trevor, or like get Zane to help you out or something. I'll put it at
I
the
can
start
do
or
that.
at the end of the video.
I can do it myself.
All right, bet. Because you have all the funny videos. We'll do that in Norman, so stay tuned for that. On top of that, these podcasts are going to be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
did you find out how?
Yeah, I know how to do it.
How do you do it?
It's just
Tell
like, it's just an upload.
Oh, okay.
process.
That's not bad.
Yeah. So on top of all that, we're still the 100 donut challenge is still out
Yeah.
there. You didn't see that? The
I think
100
I
Krispy
have.
Kremes.
Oh yeah, I remember.
If
you
we
guys
hit
talking
100
about
subscribers, we'll eat 100 Krispy Kremes. I need to start saying that at the start of
it.
the
Like, are we
videos.
all gonna split 100, or are we each gonna get 100?
No.
I was like,
no,
that's
no,
gonna
no.
be.
That's
It'd be
expensive.
20. It'd be 20 piece. It'd be 100 donuts. 100 donut challenge. All of us are just gonna eat 100 donuts.
Oh jeez.
Which I mean, we're not. I think
probably
we're.
Could, but that's
I
kinda
think I'm gonna
sad.
have to. What's it called? Fast, like the
Yeah.
day before, like eat nothing.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know when we're gonna do that. That might be in the fall, honestly, because we haven't hit 100, obviously. But whenever we do, we will do that. I promise.
I mean,
Oh, baby.
I recently had like a bunch. I got Facebook because the Roustabouts have a group chat, and that required me to get Facebook. So now I have like a bunch of people now. I could probably just.
Oh yeah, just share these on
Hey, you know
Facebook.
she's happy.
Like
Save.
my Facebook. I looked on my analytics, and Facebook is like one of the biggest. I don't know why. Like my mom shared like one of my videos, so I don't know why Facebook is such a big stream into this podcast. But yeah, sharing it on Choose Happy on Facebook. I always just put them on my Instagram story.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, new episode out. But kind of a new format we're going to be doing. We're just going to be posting full episodes every Friday. Instead of like, usually I film a whole long episode and then I post 3 videos throughout the week, splitting up the long episode. But I'm just going to be posting one video every Friday, hour long or whatever we do. And then I'm going to be putting it on Apple Podcasts and Spotify so you can listen. So changing things up a little bit with Choose Happy.
Yeah.
Excited for the future. Big things coming.
She's happy.
Watch out,
Uh,
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, watch out. We're coming for you.
We're coming.
We're going to be, like I said, we're going to be in Norman next week. So we're going to film a lot of content
Yeah.
there. In the Norman studio. We kind of have a studio
Dude,
down
when I
there.
get in tech school, I'm gonna have just Zoom call.
Yeah.
Big
we're just-
updates for
Zoom-
She's happy. We're gonna
Zoom
get some,
call on.
gonna get
We're
some
gonna-
tats.
Yeah, we're going to be tattooing up. I have a tattoo, but we're going to
I
continue to
can't.
get
I'm getting my
tattoos.
first tattoo.
We could do, that'd be a fun episode. Talking about tattoos, because Camden's a big tattoo guy. So,
I guarantee that's all he's gonna talk about. It's like, guys, I want to get ink.
yeah, Camden's big tattoo guy. It's like all he talks about. But yeah, big things coming for Choose Happy. Excited for the future. Keep listening, keep watching, keep sharing.
Be patient, please.
Be paid. Well, I don't think this one is going to be like the first video with good audio. You know.
We look at it just trash.
Oh, I'm gonna go in my dad's office.
Sounds like that
and-
Michael Jackson video of that turtle.
Dude, I might put that on the outro of this video. Just to, that's one of my favorite videos.
That's such a
You know
funny
what?
video.
I'm gonna roll the old flying sea turtle video for you guys, and then we're gonna roll that nice outro, that song that you guys like. I had somebody ask me what the outro song's called.
It's a soothing.
It's a very
noise.
nice sound, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you guys for watching once again. We'll see you guys next Friday on Choose Happy. Thanks for watching once again. And do you guys? I mean,
Choose happy.
you
Hug
do.
your mom for me. And
For me.
Pretty-
have a good day.
yeah. Have a good day, guys.